it's that outside pressure, whether it's school, whether it's, people at church,
Anywhere,
that
people in society, in the
yeah,
shopping center, when they're melting down, the looks or the comments you get, that's a constant in the back of your mind.
I had an incident when COVID had just hit, and we were at the grocery shop, and there was she was like an elderly lady, but she was probably, maybe 50 or so.
Yeah.
And you had to stand your 1.5 meters apart, and Levi was with me, and there was a little stand of lollies just sort of in front of me, but was in her little bubble, and he just was stood there with his back to her looking at the lollies, and she turned around and she went at me like, I can't even explain it, but it was just horrendous. And
Yeah.
she was telling Levi that, he was silly and that he shouldn't be standing so close and this and the other. And whoa, Mama Bear came out. But yeah, it
Yeah.
was just some people you just, I don't know how to explain it. They're out there. You just have to get on with it. And
And do the best you can
yeah,
and
it's
not be
awful.
too hard on yourself and not
Yep.
carry somebody else's, because I mean, honestly, like rationally, not in that moment, but rationally later you can say, this is not their experience. So they cannot understand it, and so
Yeah,
they're limited in that. And so you kind of feel sorry for them that they don't have enough compassion for other people or to see what other people are going through and just be a bit more patient, especially with kids. I get there's naughty kids, but
no, it's
that pressure, that outside school pressure, that outside people pressure is almost like disappeared. And I didn't realize that I was carrying that anxiety around. Like, I know the kids have got anxiety. And I think
yeah,
that kind of anxiety is almost a symptom of that same sort of circumstance, that they're worried that, like, he doesn't understand half the time why he's even in trouble. He's like, I don't know what I did. He's not aware of the people
like,
around him or what's happening outside of his bubble sometimes.
yeah,
Yeah, and so,
yeah,
that being lifted to a degree, I mean, it's never gonna be gone completely because our little guys and girls are different. I
yeah,
feel like it's a different that, a society can cope with a little bit more now that they're feeling calmer within themselves.
yes,
Um, and so for me, if they're feeling calmer, then again, I'm instantly feeling calmer and not stressed when I go into the shops, and not feeling like I have to leave him in the car, or, for his own safety and everyone else's.
yeah,
When he sort of melts down, it was easier just to say, leave Ryder home with somebody. And I thought that's not fair to him either.
yeah,
And so we'd sort of try to drag him
yeah,
along, and it's all this guilt. But yeah, it's eased a lot,
I
and
know.
very quickly. And that was the main thing, is if you do something for years and you're not really seeing any difference, and you're spending all this time and energy, and you're not actually getting to relax, it's actually causing more stress. Yeah, I just
Definitely, definitely. And, that was a big thing when we've tried every therapy under the sun. And when we wanted to do this Connected Kids Brain Balance program, Jess and I both said, let's just pull back on everything else so we can really see 100% if it works.